Morning, folks. Jer here on 25th of October with some Leeds news. Trying to be slightly more positive today. Sorry about yesterday. Just one of those days after a tough weekend, and I think we all know how that feels. Look, there's a lot of stuff going around, so we'll crack on with it. First thing I want to cover is yesterday we just ran a poll on the page, did it on Twitter and did it also on the community tab in the YouTube page, just asking who people thought was to blame for the current situation. Was it Jesse Marsh? Or was it the board? And thanks to the 206 people who voted. Appreciate that. Nice sample audience. 92% blaming the board and 8% blaming Jesse Marsh. So, as I've said before, what we're trying to do here is not point the finger of blame necessarily anybody in particular, but look at the whole thing and let everybody else decide who they want to blame. So, moving on from there. And thanks to everyone that got involved yesterday. But we'll start off with the obvious one. Name floating around the houses since last night, and a lot of it on Twitter this morning. Sean Dyche to Leeds. Well, according to the Mail Plus, we can all calm down and relax. Leeds are not interested in Sean Dyche. The Mail Plus have said that rumours of Leeds' interest in Dyche are wide of the mark. That have been fueled by his comments on Sky Sports last night. And they said that Leeds are very aware of the reaction that an appointment like Sean Dyche would get at Leeds. I'd say Pat Bamford is rubbing some sweat off his brow this morning hearing that news. So yeah, anyone who's worried about Sean Dyche coming in, I see the merits of it. I get the argument for it. I get people saying we should bring him in because where we are in the league. Maybe Sean Dyche could do better with better players, who knows. But I think historically we'll be seeing a very different style of football that we don't want to see, and I think it's a clever move to just maybe stay clear of that one. But the comments last night on Sky Sports have obviously fueled this about him getting back into management. So yep, Leeds not interested according to the Mail, and they seem to have some inside knowledge on this, saying that the board are aware of this. So some positive news. Leeds ladies beat South Shields in the Women's FA Cup with a 5-1 win. Some absolute beautiful goals in this game. There was a back heel from across for the first goal and a stunning free kick in the second half as well. Great game. If you can see the highlights, they're on the Twitter page for the Leeds ladies. Go and have a look. There are some beautiful goals in this game. So well done to the Leeds ladies. And their positive season continues. Moving on to players in Leeds, Joe Gelhardt. So just a bit of stat news around Joe Gelhardt more than anything else. Joffy is Leeds' top assist creator after the get back on the back of his assist to Crescencio Somerville at the weekend. He has only played 359 Premier League minutes this season, but is Leeds' top assist person with 3 assists so far. And I think the assist for Somerville's goal shows what we're lacking, I think, in that area up there. Just pure persistence to get the ball and win it and get it through. So, well done, Joffy. Good stuff. Needs to start next week for me. If you want to know what team I think should play against Liverpool, I'll put it on Twitter today. You should go and have a look. Different system. Very different system. So, moving on then to talking about chances created and Leeds. And this is where the issue is for Leeds this season, is finishing chances. And this is where the frustration of Jesse Marsh comes in. In the league table, we know Pat Bamford is top of the most goal-scoring chances missed with 9. But in the actual chances created, Leeds have 2 players in the top 10. In 7th, they have Brendan Aronson with 23 chances created. And in 8th, they have Jack Harrison with 22 chances created. The problem has been putting those chances away. I think if we can sort out a striker in January, you can finish, maybe we'll be okay. Moving on to Loan Watch, and some good news for Charlie Creswell, who finally makes an appearance for Millwall after 4 games out of the squad. He came on the second half for Millwall to help them to a 2-1 win, which moves them into the playoffs in the Championship. Jamie Shackleton playing consistently in the middle of the park now again for Millwall, so good news for both those players. They're getting some minutes under their belt. Heading over to Saudi Arabia, and Helder Costa played 66 minutes in Al Ittihad's win, but it's his first appearance in 4 games. Helder Costa's career just has gone off the rails completely, not even able to get into the Al Ittihad team for the last 4 games, but he did play 66 minutes, so well done to him. Ian Poveda and Matthias Bogots are having similar issues, both not getting huge amounts of minutes for different reasons. Both players are both coming back from ACL injuries, so the clubs are minding them and trying to gently bring them back into play. Ian Poveda's found it tough to get minutes, not playing a whole lot. Poveda's been an unused sub in the last 4 games again also. Boguts, less prominent again, only played 62 minutes so far this season and didn't get on in their last game either. So both players struggling for game time at the moment, but they are, and Ibiza said it before about Boguts, they were going to be careful about how they brought him back in, knowing that he had that ACL injury. And then Tyler Roberts, speaking of injuries, is still out injured. He did make a return to the QPR training ground this week, but on returning, injured his calf or felt something in his calf and is now out injured again. Moving on to the big story for today, and it's the 49ers and their reaction to what's been going on at Leeds. And some interesting stuff has come out again from the Mail Plus, who seem to be doing a deep dive into Leeds this weekend. Clearly know where the subscription numbers are coming from. The 49ers, their situation has been made pretty clear that they don't have a final say on Jesse Marsch. That lies with Rads Radzani. Whatever decision is made, the final decision sits with Rads. They said that they are, though, working very, very close with the club and have massive, massive plans for the Whites, plans that don't include relegation. They said that the talks are underway with Rads on how they can help Marsch and support the club rather than sacking him. And they said that Parag Murat has been spending a lot more time in Leeds, as well as Rads Radzani spending some time in San Francisco. He was over there very, very recently. Remember, Leeds are planning on going there in December or during November, during the World Cup break, with a training camp, so that'll be interesting what they can get done over there. Parag will play a huge role in Leeds should and when the San Francisco 49ers complete their takeover, whether it be sooner than the 2024 deadline or not. That includes a stadium expansion that he's looking at, as well as bringing the new training ground into the city. They're both planned, the Boston Spa training ground, they're both planned to happen if the 49ers can get their deal put through. And the talks are already ongoing with how they can support the team into January for the transfer window. Now the big thing with this, remember before, is when the CDK information was starting to filter through and come out, it was actually found out that the 49ers were willing to supplement the fee to get CDK in or to get in Hakpo. And it was in a kind of a loan to equity swap, like they would give Leeds the extra money, but that would come off the eventual sale value of the club and they get their money back that way. So whether that happens in January or not, but they clearly see the need to keep this team in the Premier League. Leeds would need to be looking at a Newcastle level investment from last January. I don't mean in general, I mean just from last January, and going out and buying, a spine. Probably buying a spine again. So, and that's where it is. So Sean Dyche not on Leeds' radar. Take a breath. And the San Francisco 49ers very, very keen on keeping Leeds in the Premier League and investing into this team to get it where it needs to be. So yeah, that's the news for today. Thanks, boy. Thanks for stopping in. And to everyone who's new, who subscribed, because the last 2 days the subscriber numbers have jumped again. And we do daily news content here as well as match reviews. So thanks to everyone who supported the channel. Thanks for popping by. And thanks to everyone that's getting involved in the comments. Whether we agree with each other or not in the comments, it's absolutely okay. It's an open forum down there. If you disagree with me, that's absolutely fine. If I disagree with you, that's also fine. We won't fall out over it. And to TK yesterday, who called me out on my cheap shot at Tyler Adams, yes, I apologise for the cheap shot at Tyler Adams. It wasn't directed at Tyler. It was It was a direction at players being a bit soft sometimes. But Tyler Adams is not in that bracket. But I appreciate the call out, TK. You were dead right to call me out on it. So no issues, never any problem. It's an open chat. We're all going to disagree. That's football. So let's just enjoy what we can. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.